Welcome back, everybody, to the Bear Trap Discord podcast. All charts, as always, are courtesy of Autocracy. I'm John Kirby. My co-host is Vic, one of the founders of the Bear Trap Discord podcast. This is our fourth episode, which is actually our fifth episode because we had one episode with two parts, and we have a lot more material in the works. This time, it's sort of an hour and 20 minutes of us going through all the charts that we think are relevant right now. Well, maybe not all, but a lot of them. And we're talking about how we're going to get this supposed Santa Claus end-of-year rally, among other things. I've divided this video up into sections, so hopefully that's useful to people. What else do I want to add? Yeah, please share it. We want as many people to get this as possible. Rate it, subscribe, whatever. You guys know what to do. And send us feedback. We're always looking for more ideas for more of these podcasts, and we just love to talk about the markets, as you guys can probably tell. All right, enjoy, guys. We really get a pivot from the Fed, well, actually, I did make one modification because I originally thought that come midterms we were going to start to see that shift, that transition. And now, once the Fed funds futures changed again, it moved my projections out to February of next year. But strategically, it didn't change anything because it was just like the only thing I want to be owning right now is gold, and I want to be selling puts every time we have a crazy move down. And I'm just going to do that until it's time to own equities, and then I'm going to get in for prices that I like.
Okay.
So, yeah, that hasn't. I mean, crazy things have happened, but if you think about this in sort of a longer term thing, and you thought about, what has the Fed been telling us all along? Surprisingly, I feel like we get so wrapped up in what's happening day to day because that's how I love to trade as well. But if you just listen to the Fed and you listen to the bonds, nothing new has happened for a long time.
No, and it's like one of those things where it's like people say don't fight the Fed, and do they really ever listen to themselves when the you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really? I mean, you're still buying puts when the market is in QE4, and you're still out here buying puts, and then you say don't fight the Fed, and then the Fed is basically every single time Powell has come out and said we're doing everything we can to bring inflation down. We got all the tools, and we're not stopping. We're basically going to crush, and they're still buying calls now. It boggles my mind, but you got to go with it though, because if the flows are saying higher, you can't fight it, especially if you're a short-term trader. You have to go with what's the seasonality. You have to go with the flows, the volatility, because fighting that in the short term is worse than fighting the Fed in the long term, I think.
I totally agree, and that's a lesson that I think I learned the hard way, definitely.
And that's something, again, you got to kind of, that's the thing that sucks about being a trader, a short-term trader anyways, is because you got to wear so many hats. And you look at something and be like, man, I really want to buy this for the long term. And it's like, but kind of like you, like, I'm not buying equities until this or that happens. But it's like, you want to buy equities, I want to own stock, but I just
yeah. I also feel that when I just saw that, I was selling NVIDIA puts at like 105, and let me pull up that chart. And after this, can we move on? We can do the GEX and then just like look forward to the next couple weeks and then and wrap up with that. Okay.
Yep.
So I was selling.